Good morning, Honeycomb. Happy Father's Day, Honeycomb. Come on in. Allie, hi. What a surprise. Hi, Lauren. Good morning. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dirk. My water. So fancy today. Good morning, everybody. You made it, Trace. Good morning. Good morning, Tara. Happy Father's Day to all the Honeycomb dads out there. It's going to be such a good day. That's right. Working on my tan. This morning, guys, you're going to need same things as always. I want some gliders. And then I want you to have some weights. So I'm going to try and get some arms in with the core this morning. So if you have lighter weights, you can always use them. You need a mat. Yes, I'm back to being blonde. You guys are the best. Thanks. Okay. So we're going to get started when you're ready. And we're going to get started in an upward facing crunch. So here we go. I lied. I have to get one more thing. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, Honeycomb. So we're going to get started on our backs this morning. So when you're ready, I want you to just kind of sit down on your tailbone. And then I want you to grab those hand weights. So you're going to sit on your tailbones here. You're going to roll that tailbone up into the back of your thighs. I'm going to go with one hand weight. You can have two as the option. I want you to take a nice big deep breath inhale. I want you to lean back so your torso is on a long diagonal. Now pull your belly button down into your spine. Extend those arms straight out in front of you. Now you're going to start to lift your torso and give me that bicep curl right here. It's up for one. It's up for two. It's up for three. It's up for four. Inhale, you're gonna go right back down on one, down on two, down on three, and down on four. So the secret of this exercise is to really just focus on pulling that tailbone straight up the back of those thighs, zip those inner thighs closed to hold it there, and exhale as you come up into that perfect bicep curl. Leave those elbows in line with your shoulders as you move here. More of a bicep pull up than a crunch. You have 10 seconds. I want you to just hold in that 90-degree bend with those elbows. You're gonna give me a little pulse with those arms. Here we go. 4, in 3, leave your core crunch, pull the ribs down and press up with the elbows, back down. You go lift one, you go lower one. Let's do it. Up for one, down for one. Good. Up for one and down. 15 seconds. Elbows should be in line with your shoulders. Chin lifted off of your chest. Send your heart to the ceiling. 8 more seconds. You guys are going into a little bit of a rotation here. You have 5, you have 4, you have 3, you have 2. So now you're gonna lift all the way up, come back and tap that right elbow to the mat. You're gonna press all the way up, transfer the hand weight. If you have 2, you're just gonna alternate the sides here. So I want you to pull back and down, tap the elbow to the mat, press all the way up on a long diagonal. Lean into this. as you create that rotation here. So kind of waking up those transverse abdominals, giving that torso a little bit of a rotation here. Keep that tailbone drawn up the back of those thighs. We're quickly gonna start to flip this over. 15 more seconds. I want you to flip this over. You guys are gonna find your straight arm plank for me in 10 seconds. Hands are gonna go to the mat. Toes are gonna get set up on your glider. You're there with me in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. So set up that straight arm plank. Here we go. Hands to your mat. Toes are gonna go to your glider. Now as you press out into that straight arm plank with me, I want you to make sure your inner thighs are pulled together. Lift the heels to the ceiling, roll those frontal hip points up into the bottom of your rib cage. You're gonna just hold here. We're gonna start a bear. You're gonna incorporate a push-up. In 3, in 2, so start with your push-up, right? Chest comes down, chest press up. Now slowly start to draw your knees in for 1, in for 2, in for 3, and in for 4. You press out for 1, out for 2, out for 3. Hold your plank, find your push-up. Here we go, 1 down, you press, it's 1 up. Now as you draw the knees in, focus on the height of your knees of the ground. So you don't want to lift your hips up to the ceiling. You want to try and avoid sitting back in your heels. Exhale on that press. And as you slow drag the knees in towards your waistline. You guys have 12 seconds left right here. I'm going to lower you down onto your knees for your final warm-up exercise in 8 seconds. We're going to incorporate a little triceps and stabilize with that core. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. So drop onto your knees here. I'm gonna lift my heels to the ceiling because it feels better. And then I'm gonna bring my hands a little closer together. Now I want you to think tricep push-up, but slow motion, right? So start to press back with your chest by driving the heels of your hands forward. Now bend at the elbows. Start to lower down for 2, down for 3. Brace your ribs. Pull your belly button to your spine. Now 4 counts, you're gonna pop up even slower. Up for 1, go up for 2, it's up for 3, it's up, hollow out that cage. Here we go, press back for 1, down for 2, down for 3, and down for 4. Through the heels of your hands, press to push up 1, press up for 2, it's up for 3, it's up for 4. You want to stabilize with that core, right? Working to pull your cage in towards your midline. Take your bottom rib, pull it down towards the front of those thighs for me. Let your triceps, let your arms do the effort here. Core is just stabilizing, and that is a challenge in it of itself. Am I right? 10 seconds more. You guys are gonna go for a tiny, tiny little variation. I want you to keep your elbows down in 5. You're gonna give me a little tap in 4, in 3, so just the elbows right here. You're just gonna lift up a little bit. You're gonna lower down a little bit. You're gonna lift it up a little bit. You're gonna lower down. Tuck those hips, go up a little bit. Go down a little bit. You got 5 left here. Last 4, 3, 2. Now you're gonna set up for those legs. Grabbing that resistance band, lacing it around the ankle of your left foot and the arch of your right foot. Step that right foot onto a glider for me, and then meet me down in your base lunge on 1. Meet me down on 2, down on 3. So you're gonna hold right here for me. I want you to pull the left hip back, shift the right hip forward. Wrap that right hip up into the bottom of your cage. Suck your cage away from your shirt right here. So you're nice and long in the torso. Force those shoulders to hang a little bit lower. You have 5 more. We're gonna start by bending your right knee. In 3, 2, right here. You bend your right knee in for 1. Bring your right knee in for 2. Send your right leg out for 1. Right leg out for 2. Right knee in. 2, and out. 2 counts. So if you're holding an isometric lunge in that left thigh with me, I want you to challenge the base or the depth of your lunge here. I want you to try and pull your left hip down as close to parallel behind that left knee as you can. So if you're thinking about this routine the same way I do, it's like 15 minutes per side, a little bit less because we add that warm up and that finale, right? So maybe 8 minutes per side, and that's including the abdomen here. This is your time to push. Go a little bit deeper, work a little bit harder with me. 15 seconds. You're gonna give me a variation before we start to extend the left leg. 8 seconds. I want you to hold that right knee beneath your hip in 5, 4, 3. So now your right leg, it's not gonna go anywhere. You're gonna move your arms right here. You're reaching down to the ground and then up to the ceiling. So it's that little 30-second cardio boost right here. Reach up and reach down. So the speed is really determined by how quickly or how slowly you wanna do this. Reach back with your hips. Stick your butt out, just drop those shoulders for 8 seconds more. Find your low lunge. You're gonna stop right there in 4, in 3, in 2. Extend that right leg out nice and long. Pull the left hip back. Wrap the right thigh to the ceiling. Now let's power up this lunge on 1. Power up for 2. Power up for 3. And for 4, let's lower down for 1. Down for 2. It's down for 3. It's down for 4. So really trying to anchor through the heel of your left foot, wrap the right hip forward, and scissor those inner thighs for the full minute that I have you in this lunge position. Take a big deep breath, inhale, all the way down at the bottom of your lunge. Exhale, drive the heel down, and slow rise up for 1, up for 2, up for 3, and up for 4. Halfway through this, 30 seconds to go. I'm gonna lie you down on that mat. "20 seconds. Can you reach those hips back a little bit further? Press that right thigh a little higher off the ground. 12 seconds. Just before you lie down on that mat, can you hold at the bottom in 4, in 3, in 2? Can you stop right here with me? Can you wrap that left hip back, right hip forwards? That counterclockwise spin of your pelvis as you walk that right frontal hip point into the bottom of your cage. Shoulders away from your collarbone, chest is nice and proud here. I guarantee you have just half an inch deeper in this lunge. Push into the heel of your left foot like you're trying to shift that left knee back in space. We got 5 more. You're gonna take it to the mat with your band in 3, in 2. So here we go. You're gonna lie down and hit the outer glutes, the outer thigh. When you make your way onto the mat, I want you to pull, I'm gonna back it up for you a little. I want you to pull your right knee out in front of your right hip. And then I want you to take your left leg and lengthen it out on a nice long diagonal for me. So imagine stepping on the gas pedal or the brake pedal, there we go, in your car. Right knee is in line with that edge of your right hip. Option to lie the head down and peel the right oblique off that mat. Now slow, start to kick the left leg up for 1, up for 2, up for 3. It should be just beneath your frontal hip point on 4. Now sweep that left leg back for 1, back for 2, back for 3, and back for 4. So as you guys are working this leg sweep, I want to talk about your band, right? The heavier your band, the higher I want it to be on your thighs. So my band's super, super light here. I'm gonna wrap it around my left ankle. You also have the option to hook that resistance band to the right knee and the left arch, whatever feels best for you here. Flexibility is gonna play a major role in this exercise. Keep those inner thighs separated and apart for me. Last 10 seconds, you're gonna pulse this out. In 5, stop that left leg on a diagonal. You're gonna hold it in 4, 3, 2, 2 counts. Left leg, go up, come down. Don't let the inner thighs touch. 2, down for 2. That right oblique is lifted. That spine is nice and long. Here we go, up, 2, then down, 2, let it burn, up, 2, then down, 2. You got about 10 seconds left. You're gonna start to take that left foot for a walk, but you're gonna keep your bounce right here in 4, 3, 2, like a scalloped line. It's up to the front for 1, up the front for 2, up the front for 3, and up the front 4 counts. Here we go. It's up, sweep down on 1, up, sweep down on 2, up, sweep down on 3, up, sweep down on 4. So taking those 4 little bounces as you create that line from the bottom to the right side of your neck. You guys are only here for another 15 seconds. We're gonna take your final leg exercise. The option for you, stay in the resistance band. I'm gonna use a hand weight on this one. We're gonna finish sculpting that left outer glute, outer thigh in 5. We're standing up in 4, in 3, in 2. So we're gonna move into a standing kickback. I want you to stand up and I want you to take a hand weight into the back of your left knee. Now you can do this with that band wrapped around your thighs if it feels better for you. As you guys press that hand weight into the back of your right leg, I want you to reach back into your hips and then lightly hold on to something stable for me. Now 2 counts, start to press the right leg back. 1, back and hold it here. Right heel is nice and high. Right side of your torso pressed forward. Rib cage drawn in towards your midline. Sit back a little deeper for me. You're gonna press in for 1, roll the right knee in for 2, press the right knee back for 1, press the right knee back for 2. As you move the right leg in and out, I want you to focus on the upper body here. Maybe you can find the core strength to lift off the left hand. So find that opposite arm, opposite foot balance and force your core to work a little bit more in this exercise. Breathe in, send oxygen to that outer glute and thigh. It should be burning up right here. 8 seconds. You're gonna press back and hold. In 3, in 2, press the right knee back. Left knee bends 1, bends 2. Left leg extends 1 and 2. Here we go. Sit back, press up and squeeze. Sit back for 2, press up. 15 seconds. How heavy are you in those hands? Can you tent the fingertips? Can you bring your hands to prayer and force your core to work a little stronger? You got 5. We're gonna finish in full range. 4, in 3, in 2. Hang out here, right leg, send it back 1, back 2. Bring it in 1, bring it in 2. You've got just about 10 seconds. You're gonna lose the hand weight. We're gonna start your obliques and finish the left leg. In 5, single leg burpees. In 4, in 3, in 2. So lose the hand weight. You're going to your mat. As you guys set up this single foot burpee, I want you to pull the right knee up, reach up towards the ceiling. Now kick the right leg back, hinge forward, hands are gonna meet your mat. You're gonna walk out nice and slow into that single leg plank with me. An option to add that push-up. You can modify by eliminating that push-up. Reach the right foot back, find your balance, stand up nice and tall. Same thing, lengthen, find your hinge. Walk out nice and slow into that single leg plank. Option for that push-up. Can you go a little slower here? Right foot never sees the floor. 10 seconds on that single leg plank. Whoa. I'm gonna ask you to add a pike. In 5, keep that glider close. 4, 3, 2, step that left foot onto the glider. Lock your right leg over the top of your left leg here. So you're in that single foot plank. You start to pike. It's up for 1, up for 2, up for 3, up for 4. Let's plank. Down on 1, down on 2, down on 3, and down on 4. You pike those hips slow. Up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4. So in this single foot plank to pike, your range of motion, super, super small, right? You're gonna press your chest back, drive down into the heels of your hands as you create that lift in your hips. Assess how much tension you're holding in that quad. Can you relax the front of your left thigh and try to scoop with that low belly a little better? 10 seconds. I'm gonna transition you right into some upward facing core. In 5, 4, in 3, 2, kneeling on your mat. Option to grab a hand weight and place it in your left hand. I want you to extend the left leg out, keep that right knee under your hip. Now, 4 counts from here. I want you to start to lower your chest down to the right side. For 2, lower down. For 3, and for 4. So we're gonna wait it out for about 15 seconds. Extend the left arm for a challenge. Place a hand weight in your left hand for more of a challenge. Send that right shoulder down a little lower. Now slow, rise up for 1, 2, 3, pull that bicep into your left ear. 4 counts, here we go. Down 1, down 2, down 3, and down 4. So me, I'm a little bit more about form than I am about adding more to the challenge. I want you guys to be really, really mindful of your left hip, left shoulder. You should be pulling it back in space every time you lift and every time you lower. Head is nice and heavy, let it hang. Exhale, squeeze your glutes as you come up, but don't release the bite in your left side. There will be a point it's too high, it's more of a recovery. Stay out of that. 10 seconds from right now, you guys are gonna go for a tiny, tiny little pulse. So if the left arm isn't extended, you're gonna meet me there. In 3, 2, extend that left arm, lift. Up 1, down 1. Up 1, lower, down 1. It's up, down, up, go lift. Go lift, you're feeling that bite in the left side, yes? Down, down. You got 10 seconds left, full range, that's your finale. In 5, sink it down. In 4, in 3, in 2, drop down to your base, let's rise. Up slow for 1, up slow for 2, up slow for 3, it's up slow 4. Inhale, take it down on 1, down on 2, down on 3, and down on 4. This is your halfway point. You're gonna give me one last exercise in those obliques. 10 seconds, you're gonna meet me in your plank. In 5, I want your hands on the mat, toes on your gliders. In 3, in 2, let's do this. Hands are gonna go to your mat, toes are gonna go to your gliders. Now take your left foot and cross it in front of your right foot. So that left hip kind of rotates to the floor, hands just beneath your shoulders. You're gonna lift that left hip up and bend your knees. In for 1, bring your knees in for 2, in for 3, and in for 4. Those legs push back for 1, push back for 2, push back for 3, press back and squeeze the lower body. Take that left hip edge, up 1, draw the knees in 2, it's in 3, and in 4. Send the legs back 1, back 2, yes it burns. Your left leg, I want you to really make sure you're pressing it off the ground and towards the ceiling here. Your right leg should just kind of be lazy, heavy, pressing away from the floor. 15 seconds. 8 seconds. I want you to just uncross those legs with me. In 5, in 4, 3, 2. I want you to uncross those legs with me. You're gonna walk out your plank right here in 5, in 4. You're gonna walk it out. 3, 2, knees to modify. We find those forearms. Elbow, elbow, come up, palm, up, palm. Now switch, go elbow, elbow, palm, palm. So this is your halfway point. This is where we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go home. I want you to assess how proud you are, how successful you're feeling in this moment. 10 seconds, stop on your hands. 5 more, you have 4, 3, 2, hold your plank. Right foot steps in front of the left. Here we go, right oblique on deck. Lift the right hip, draw the knees in for 1, in for 2, in for 3, and in for 4. Send those legs back for 1, back for 2, back for 3, and back for 4. I want you to make sure you never allow your right hip to drop out of your side body. You want to keep that edge buried here. 30 seconds, I'm going to take you off those arms. Fight for this. Get adventurous. Let that heart rate start to rise. Let your breath build. You have 15 seconds. 8 seconds. We're going to kneel it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, right into that kneeling oblique exercise. Right leg goes long. Left side slowly lowers down for 1. Lower down for 2. Come on, take it down for 3. Down and hold. Remember, option to lengthen out that right arm. Pull your right shoulder, your right hip back. 10 seconds, we're gonna rise. Keep that perfect alignment in the torso. Drop down to your base and pull. Up for 1, up for 2, up for 3. Up, you feel that right side. Down for 1, go down for 2, go down for 3, and down for 4. So just body weight here. You have the option to place that hand weight in your right hand, stack it over your shoulder if you want to level up this challenge. The range of motion is what's going to determine the effectiveness of this exercise. Too fast, too much, it's not going to hit the same way. 15 seconds. Squeeze your glutes. It helps to keep the lower back in better alignment. I'm with you, honeycomb. 10 seconds. You should feel that bite. We're going to pulse this out. In 5, in 4, 3, stack that right arm over your shoulder. Up 1, down 1. Up 1, down 1. So as my girl Catherine says, it should take your breath away right here. You should feel the muscles getting tighter and tighter. You're starting to lose your breath. Inhale down, exhale up, let it build. Come on, squeeze your butt. Lift up. 10 more. You got 5 more. You got 4 more. You got 3, 2, to the top. Find your base. Here we go. Down. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lift. 2, 3, and 4. Come on. Down. 15 seconds. You're going into your final leg exercise, oblique exercise. You're gonna go into that single leg plank position. You need 1 glider in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do this. Hands to your mat. Right foot steps to the glider. Left foot stacks on top of your right. Now pike this high for 1. Pike it up for 2. Pike it up for 3. And for 4. Let's not forget your head, your neck. They're an extension on your spine, right? So as you pike the hips up, drop the crown to the hands. Down 1. Down 2. Down 3. And down 4. So just before I take you out of a full plank, we're gonna run through those single foot burpees. We're gonna start that final section on your right side in 10. Press to that single foot plank in 5, in 4, 3, add the push up if you'd like it. It's down 1, it's up 1. Walk back to your toes and stand up. You need a stable focal point here. So as you start to walk down to the mat, as you walk out into that single foot plank, I want you to make sure you can feel that stretch, that length being applied to the back of your left thigh. "20 seconds. We're gonna go to work on those standing kickbacks. Transitions are quick and seamless in 10 seconds. 5 more. Grab that hand weight or that band. You ready? 4, in 3, in 2. So I want you to take that hand weight or that resistance band. It's the left leg that's gonna create the movement here. Drive that left leg back for 1, back for 2, wait. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your hips here. Kind of like you're searching for a seat in a dark place. You can't see it, so you don't want to trust your weight to just fall back here. You press down equally as hard through the right heel. Now left knee in for 1, in for 2. Left leg, send it out for 1 and out for 2. I want you to make sure you're always keeping that staggered stance with your legs here. Never pulling that left knee fully beneath your hip. Wrap the right hip back. Pull the rib cage in. You got a full minute of these. Protect the joint of your knee by holding your left heel up nice and high. Sit back a little lower, halfway. Remember, opposite arm, opposite leg balance, more core. Maybe you peel that left hand off entirely. 20 seconds, let's finish. You're gonna go for that little bounce with your right leg in 12 seconds. Keep your right knee bent. Stop your left leg pressed back fully in 5, in 4, in 3, right leg, 2 counts, go down 1, go down 2, up for 1, up for 2, sit back for 1, back for 2, press up for 1, and up for 2. 15 seconds just like this. Track that right knee, making sure it's in line with that frontal hip point and the heel of your right foot. You got 5 more, 4 more. Hold it back in 3, 2. So freeze the right leg, walk the left leg in for 1, walk the left leg in for 2. Send the left leg back for 1, send the left leg back for 2. You have 15 seconds before we grab that band and meet on the mat. 12 seconds. You're gonna go into that right outer thigh a little more with me. In 5, take it down to your mat. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. Grab your band, lie down on your left hip. Second to last exercise in that right leg. So remember, the heavier your band, the higher you're gonna lift. As you lie down on this one, you're going to rest the head either in your hand or on your bicep. Extend that right leg on a nice long diagonal. Pull the right hip, the right shoulder back in space, and then just start to slide the right leg forward for 1, forward for 2, forward for 3, and forward for 4. If you feel this greater in the underside, in the bottom hip, the bottom thigh, that's a good indicator that you're probably rolling into the mat. I want you to pull the right shoulder, the right hip back. So if you're thinking about that straight, that center midline of your body, I want you to pull ears stacked, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. 20 seconds, that bounce is gonna be a little more brutal after those standing kickbacks. I hope you're ready for it. 10 seconds. You have 5 more. Return that right leg into your diagonal line. Here we go. 3, 2, count, start to press. Go up, lower down, lower down. It's up, it's down, it's down. Now maybe you add a little bit of a rotation with the toes and the right knee to the ceiling. Up, go up, come down, 12 here. It's up, and then down and down. Oh my God. 8 seconds, you should be on fire. You're gonna take that bounce to your full range leg movement in 3, in 2. Here we go. Bounce up, pull it forward for 1. Bounce up, pull it forward for 2. Bounce up, bring it forward for 3. Bounce up and forward on 4. Now take it up and back for 1. Take it up and back for 2. 15 seconds. Here we go. Into your final leg exercise. You're going into that lunge. It's full range. Thank God to start in 5, in 4, in 3, 2. Let's lunge. So your right ankle is going to get wrapped up. Your left arch is going to wear the band. Your left toes are going onto that glider. Now I want you to meet me all the way down at the bottom of your lunge. Pull the right hip back, press the left thigh up, freeze here, always starting with a hold. Really to just pull the form into the front of this movement, right? Slight hinge forward with the shoulders, thinking about creating a long diagonal line from the crown of your head down through the heel of your left foot. Press the left thigh to the ceiling, wrap the right hip back. 10 seconds, we rise. 8 seconds, we rise. You have 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do this. Up for 1, up for 2, up for 3. It's up for 4. Now slowly lower, down for 1, down for 2, down for 3, and down for 4. So I want you guys to stay there, stay with me, making sure that as you're pressing all the way up in your lunge, you are wrapping that right hip back in space, squeezing those inner thighs together. We are not finished yet. Your finale is short. I need you to conquer the last 90 seconds in your right leg. 20 seconds. We go reach and dig. 10 more. I want you to soften your back knee. You're gonna reach down. You're gonna lift up. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that back knee in. Now start to drop down and then reach over the tips of your right toes. Lower down, press and lift. Lower down, press and lift. Through that right heel, go. 15 seconds. You're gonna drop down into that isometric lunge. We finish there in 5, in 4, in 3, 2. Right here, hold. Just left leg, kick it, out 1, and out 2. Left knee, in 1, and in 2. Out 1, out 2. In 1, in 2. Back, back, forward, forward. 30 seconds on my count. You'll meet me in that mat on your plank position. If I told you you had less than 20 seconds right here in your legs, would you drop down a little deeper? Would you hold this a little lower? Bring the core to your midline. Suck your belly off your waistband. 10 seconds. Your elbows to the mat. your toes to your glider. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Meet me in that forearm plank. This is your finale. This is last call. Elbows on your mat, toes on your glider. I want you to pull your frontal hip points up. I want you to hold right here in that forearm plank. 8 seconds, you'll walk your elbows to the top of your mat with me. In 4, 3, 2, you're gonna start walking your elbows all the way up to the top of your mat and then all the way back to the bottom of your mat. As you do this, keep those hips tucked, squeeze those glutes together. Find that stabilization. You're halfway through it. You have 8 seconds to go. One last time. You end in stillness. 4, 3. Hold it right here. 15 seconds of your day. Lengthen out. You have 5, 4. You got 3, 2, done. Pull the knees in. Sit back over your heels. Take a nice big deep breath. Inhale. Let it out. Widen the space between your legs. Now take that left arm. Pull it under your chest. Raise that right arm up to the ceiling. Open up that torso. Maybe we go for some circles here. Right hand back to the mat. Right arm down. Left arm lifts. And then when you guys are ready, high kneeling for me. Clasp those fingers together behind your back. Pull those fingertips down the back of your thighs. Lift your chin up. Pull your shoulders back. Any other stretches, you guys take them on. Happy Father's Day, Honeycomb. Thank you guys for rocking 30 minutes with me. I hope you feel strong. See you Thursday.